Today I'm putting together the Yitahome Aquarium stand with power outlets. This stand is supposed to hold 55 to 75 gallon fish tank. I have a 60-gallon tank for my turtle, and I'm hoping that this does the job. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is take all this out, and this is a view of everything that was inside the box. All the parts are numbered or have a letter, and the instructions are pretty clear and self-explanatory. So while I'm putting this together, I want to talk about the good and the not so good about the item in case you're thinking about getting this stand or you just need something sturdy and functional for a mid-sized tank. The stand is advertised to hold 55 to 75 gallon tanks, and my setup right now is at 60 gallons, filled with water, the rocks, and everything else. Is easily over 600 pounds. The stand claims a 900-pound capacity, and so far it's held up really well. No bending, there's no weird noises, and no noticeable shifting. What I liked right away was how stable it felt once everything was in place. I didn't have to do much to level it, and the legs don't slide around or wobble, even when doing water changes or maintenance. For the assembly, it took me around an hour and a half. As you can see, I'm doing it by myself, just with my dogs around. As you saw in the beginning, the pieces came well packaged. I didn't notice any damage or missing parts, which is always a plus when dealing with furniture. It's not solid hardwood or metal, but it feels solid and it has a decent finish. My house is mostly gray tones, so that's why I went with the gray version, and it blends well with the space. It honestly looks more like a piece of the living room furniture than a tank stand, which is always good. It has a cabinet underneath, which is super useful for storing supplies. It also has a built-in power strip. It's tucked away inside the cabinet and it has multiple outlets. That's been a real convenience. I can plug the filter, the lights, and everything there. Another feature that I forgot to show on this video is the RGB light strip. I don't use it much during the day, but in the evening it adds a nice ambient glow. Now I'm going to talk about the size and the fit. The top platform easily fits my 60-gallon tank, which is almost 48, 49 inches long. There's maybe a half an inch to an inch of room to spare on each side, so it's pretty snug, but not too tight. If you're running a tank with a rim or trim, it should still sit flat. I will double check your tank base dimensions before buying just to be on the safe side. The height is good too. It raises the tank enough to be at eye level when sitting and still low enough when I'm feeding the turtle or doing the maintenance. So now to the part of the things I think it would have been a lot better. First thing is the section where the drawer is where I'm gonna put the actual canister. I can't run the hoses through the little shelf that is right there in the middle. So if they would have put like a little hole or something on the back, I would have been able to use the shelf and also run my hoses for the canister. That would have been a great improvement. And another thing is the cabinet doors are a little thin. They work fine, but they don't feel super heavy duty. So now that I'm almost done here, what I gotta do is put the door back on and give you a quick walk around of how my tank looks now. So here we have it. It's a 60-gallon tank. I'm gonna show you here how to take the shelf off so I could run my hoses. Some shelf space. Forgot to turn the light on. And here maybe space for another tank. Overall, I think the Yitahome Aquarium stand is a solid choice. If you got a 60-gallon tank and want something functional and decent looking and capable of holding the weight, I definitely recommend it.